Hello, welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time you're seeing me, hi, my name is Emma, I'm 25, I'm from Sweden, and on this channel I document my attempts of becoming a better person. If you're interested in seeing how that has been going so far, you can watch my previous videos, but to make a long story short, that is the purpose of this channel. I decided to bling my nails out a little bit more than usual, so that's cool, I guess. You know, gold, and the fingers used for flipping people off have some rhinestones on it, so now I can flip people off with class. So that's good, I guess. What else is there that I can get out of the way quickly before I get into what I actually want to talk about? I don't know, not much. Oh, maybe this could be one thing. The ring light that I'm using is kind of giving out this, the light is like flickering and stuff, so it's gonna be joining my PC soon, in a sense that they are old and it's time for them to think about retirement and so on and so forth. But it's not really the world's biggest issue, because as we're slowly entering spring, or maybe have actually entered spring at this point, there is a lot of light outside, which is enough to light up my videos, I guess. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. Gotta have my rainbow lights on. I haven't done a video in a while, so I kind of almost forgotten how to do it. And my last video I wasn't making at home, so looks like I'm gonna have to practice. What I actually wanted to talk about in this video, I guess it's a bit of a disclaimer for those who are interested in following this journey of mine or whatever. But also, I guess, social media culture, maybe. I don't know. We're just gonna get into it and we'll see where it goes. I think I have some like notes for this sort of stuff. Let's see where they are. And of course I write all my notes on blank papers because I have yet to find a good notebook. Yeah, this is it. I have yet to find a good notebook to write my notes in that I can then share on this channel. So until then, it's gonna be blank A4 papers. Anyway, let's get to it. What I wanted to talk about today was social media and the way people behave on it and some other stuff. As I said, we'll see where this goes, but I'm just gonna begin. Every once in a while, well, maybe, how should I start this? This channel of mine is made by myself, for myself, to improve myself. So the purpose of it is not to gain the most amount of subscribers, make the most amount of money. I'm not monetized. I don't think I will ever be. And to gain the most amount of clouds, because that's apparently a thing. I don't care about any of that. And that actually goes for all my social medias. I don't necessarily care about the amount of followers, of subscribers that I have. I don't care about the engagement, really. And that's just, it's just, I just do it for fun. It's just for me. It's just to have fun and improve and see how much I can evolve from it, I guess you could say. And maybe I will find a better way to describe it in the future. But the point is that it's not to get money, to get followers, to get clout, to get all that sort of stuff. I don't care about any of that, which is why every once in a while, people will tell me that for whatever reason, they have unsubscribed. And that is their choice. They are allowed to do so. You are allowed to do so. You don't have to follow me. You don't have to like me. You don't have to engage with my, content. Because that's not the point of the channel. So I won't be upset if you unsubscribe. It is entirely up to you. It is your choice whether you want to subscribe or not. And I'm not going to force you to. I'm not going to ask you to. Well, maybe I have asked in the past. But I won't be upset if you unsubscribe. Like that. And so for whatever reason, people unsubscribe every once in a while. And that is fine. And I don't know, I don't care. Well, it's nice to see that people want to follow me on this journey and support me. And that warms my heart greatly. And I'm very appreciative. I feel like I don't show it enough, but seriously, thank you for supporting me. It does help, believe it or not. I'm just so incredibly awkward that I don't know how to thank you for it, because I feel like if I do it too much, then I'm a sellout, and if I don't do it enough, then I'm ungrateful. And it's very different. Well, not different, what am I saying? It's very difficult for me to find that balance. I keep getting off topic. I am so sorry. But yes, every once in a while people say that they're unsubscribed for whatever reason. And you know, that's what happens. And it happens. Well, it happens and I don't particularly care. It's a shame that they didn't like what they were seeing enough to stay. But again, it is their choice. Actually, you know what? My hair looks terrible. But it's their choice, is what I'm trying to say. I look a bit rough because I haven't showered today. And I haven't done anything to myself today. No skincare, no nothing. So I might look a bit haggard. But have I even brushed my hair? I don't know. Let's brush my hair because... Gotta brush your hair. So there's that. What I wanted to talk about in specific is that some people seem to believe that because they have subscribed or because they have followed, I owe them something. Which I don't. Nobody, unless they have made an actual promise, really owes their followers or their subscribers anything. And it always confuses me a great deal when excuse me. It always confuses. I'm sorry, I can't speak. And now my nose is running again. This sucks. Runny noses brought to you by Wellbutrin. Excellent. It always confuses me a great deal whenever people tell me that they unsubscribe because they didn't get what they asked for or something. Because they seem to think like them following or them subscribing is some sort of a transaction or some shit. And it isn't. Maybe if it's like, if they paid to follow, then maybe it's some sort of a transaction. But because it is your choice whether you want to subscribe or not, or whether you want to follow or not, it is not a transaction. You made the choice to subscribe or follow. And you made the choice to unsubscribe and unfollow. If you actually did that. And that's just the way it goes. So when people tell me that it's, well, how do I explain this? When people tell me that they unsubscribe because I never replied and I never answered any questions and I never wrote to them, it's what? I don't get it. Like, I'm just making a bunch of weird facial like I just don't get it. What do I owe you? You made the choice to subscribe. You made the choice to follow. I didn't ask you to. I didn't promise you anything in return. So then why are you getting upset that you didn't get the way you wanted? I don't understand this. I owe you nothing. You owe me nothing. That's why I keep saying that it was your choice to subscribe and it was your choice to follow. And as I mentioned before, it is also your choice to unsubscribe and it is your choice to unfollow. And I'm not going to be complaining about it because I know that it's not a transaction. This has actually happened a few times. And I don't really care that much because, as I mentioned, it doesn't matter. It's everyone's own choice. It's not a transaction. I don't owe you anything. You don't owe me anything. And that's the way it is. But why? What is it that makes people think that a subscription or a follow means that I owe them something? And this isn't just me, by the way. This is for, I think, everybody. Well, it is for everybody. No matter what they post. And you can follow them if you want to. You can subscribe to them if you want to. But they don't owe you anything. I don't owe you anything. You don't owe me anything. I'm not going to ask you for anything because you don't owe it to me. It is your choice whether you want to give it to me or not. It's very confusing. There was this one time way back in the day, I had like, it was on Instagram, I think. And what was it? I had an Instagram account that was dealing with like self-care and skincare and these are good products and so on and so forth. And it was fun. It's not up anymore. I deleted it, I think. But it was fun. And I like doing it. I think this was when I was 17 or 18. I think it was 17. And I remember I followed this one account that did the same sort of things. because I figured, oh, this is the same kind of account. Maybe we could chat something and they could give me recommendations. Maybe they could get recommendations for me, or maybe not, or maybe it's just a fun account to follow. I don't know. And so I follow them. But then after a while, I figured that it's not the kind of content that I'm interested in. And I see no reason to follow an account that doesn't post anything that I'm interested in. And so I am followed. And this other account either said to me, either in my comments or in DMs, that you are so rude because you unfollowed me right after I followed you, and that's not cool. What? Like, if you don't have anything that interests me, why should I keep following you? Why? I keep saying it, but it's not a transaction. It is my choice whether I want to follow you or not. It is your choice whether you want to follow me or not. There is no like, well, maybe it's just me, but in my mind, there's nothing more to it. If I am interested in what you're posting, I will follow you. If I am not interested in what you're posting, then I will not follow you. It's no, like, it doesn't have to be more difficult than that. So for this person to somehow call me out for some unwritten rule that you have to follow back on social media or whatever, I think is dumb. And what they say did not click with me. Like, I did not see where they were coming from. If anything, I thought it was a bit like back in the day when I don't know if it was really back in the day, but back in the day, they would often be like S for S or F for F, which would be shout out for shout out or follow for follow. And I used to do that back when I first had Instagram, I think. And that, I think I was like 13, 14. That's when I thought that you were supposed to follow back and there was some sort of unwritten rule or whatever. But it's... No, that's not, it doesn't work like that. And I don't think it works like that. If it does work like that and I just refuse to follow that rule, then tell me off in the comments and scold me for being so disrespectful and refusing to follow the rules of following people back and whatnot. But honestly, I think it's stupid. Sue me, I'm sorry. I just don't see the point in following anybody that doesn't have any content that interests me, or that doesn't, like, the reasons why I would follow someone is, one, their content interests me, or their posts, but I'm gonna say content just to make it easier for me and for whoever might be watching. Their content is interesting and I want to see more of it, so I follow. Or I know them in real life and I want to keep up with their shenanigans because I care about them as a person. I'm interested in what they do in their day-to-day life or whatever. And that's it. I'm not gonna, like, I'm not gonna follow someone to get something out of them because I think it's dumb. I think, like, it's whack, to be honest. Because it's not a transaction and it has never been a transaction. Now that I think about it, maybe the Though maybe that might not be the case, but this is just a theory of mine, that now that OnlyFans has become so, what's the word, prevalent? Maybe? People, well, how do I explain this? You pay for OnlyFans and you get content in return. Maybe that's why people feel so entitled to get something in return for them, following or subscribing. Though this has happened even before OnlyFans was a big thing, so maybe that's just a dumb idea that I had. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, so needless to say, I'm not gonna follow you because I expect something from you, because you don't owe me anything. I don't owe you anything. Especially if we don't know each other. I don't know. I don't know where people get this kind of stuff. It really does surprise me. I don't know if this is the right word to use for it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is it entitlement? Like they are entitled to be followed back or be treated as a VIP because they did something for me and therefore I need to do something for them or something. Or maybe it's because people, well, there are those who value subscriber counts very highly. Like the more subscribers, the better. The more followers, the better. And because there are a lot of people who do that, then maybe there might be a misconception that I also am like that. If that is the case, then I guess I can just say right now that I'm not. I don't care about subscriber counts. I don't care about follower counts. I don't care about the amount of money I make. I don't make any money anyway, so it doesn't matter. I don't care about the engagement. I don't care about shout outs or whatever the fuck you call that. I don't care, because I do I do this for me to improve. Well, I do this for myself, by myself, to improve myself. And that's just the way it is. So don't expect anything from me just because you're a subscriber or because you're a follower. Just don't expect anything from me, because I don't owe you anything. You don't owe me anything. You don't have to follow me if you don't want to. You don't have to subscribe to me if you don't want to. If there is only a specific thing that you want from me and you are not actually interested in, like, well, my content and my posts and whatever, then you don't have to follow me, because, well, you don't. It's your choice. I'm not forcing you to. You're welcome to unsubscribe. You're welcome to unfollow. And I wish you the best. Thank you for staying as long as you did. I appreciate it, and I wish you the best in the future. It doesn't have to be more, like, complicated than that. And also, this is something, I seriously don't understand. This is just, like, this is the kind of stuff that I would make fun of people for, which isn't that good, I think. I probably shouldn't be making fun of people for this, but I'm so confused about it. I can't help but think that this is, like, almost kind of funny because it makes so little sense. I apologize if you do this, and I apologize if you feel like I am making fun of you for this. I admit, it might not be the kindest thing of me to do, and I understand if you are, like, pissed off about it. So I understand, and I'm gonna try my best not to like dunk on this and shit on it, but I just don't understand it. What I'm talking about is when people tell me, in one way or another, on whatever social media it happens to be, that they have unsubscribed because so and so and so. All right? Okay? Your choice. I don't mind. You do your thing, and I wish you the best. Thank you for staying as long as you did. But the thing that I don't understand is when the people who have supposedly unsubscribed keep coming back to keep complaining about whatever reason or whatever it is that they're unhappy with. I thought, didn't you just unsubscribe or unfollow? I thought you didn't want anything to do with me and that's why you left. And I wish you the best, and I don't care that you unsubscribed or unfollowed or whatever. Your choice, as I have said up until now. And I can't force you because you don't owe me anything. So you can leave at any time for whatever reason. But if you say that you are going to leave because you didn't get what you want, then why do you keep coming back and keep complaining about you not getting what you want? Doesn't that like defeat the purpose of unsubscribing or unfollowing? What difference does it make? You didn't get what you want initially. You think you're gonna get what you want if you keep coming back and keep like whining about it? I don't understand it. Maybe there is something in between the lines that I'm not seeing, and that there is some sort of like unwritten rule that I am not aware of. And if that is the case, tell me in the comments so that I can understand and improve. As you know, the purpose of this channel is for me to become a happier and healthier person, a better person. And so if there is something that I'm not seeing, then please tell me in the comments, and I would love to learn about it, and then I apologize for not seeing it sooner. But I just can't help but think that I don't owe you anything, just like you don't owe me anything. It's not a transaction. The only like platform where I can see this transaction being valid is OnlyFans and maybe Patreon, I guess, or something else. I don't know. Excuse me. But yeah. I guess I didn't read my notes, but it was about a whole lot of different things anyway, so I don't think it would have been very useful either. So yeah, that is today's video, I guess. If there is something that I'm not seeing about this following and unfollowing mechanism, what do you call it? If the following and unfollowing phenomenon actually is a transaction and I don't see it, then tell me in the comments. But honestly, I hate to say it, but I don't think there is anything to it. I don't owe you anything. You don't owe me anything. You are not obligated to follow me. I am not obligated to give you what you ask for, because I do this by myself, for myself, to improve myself. And that's just the way it is. And it probably is the way it's gonna be in the future as well. So just remember that. when you interact with me on my social media. And I'm sorry if it disappoints you. I don't mean to disappoint you, but that's just the way I am. So I guess that's what I meant by this being kind of like a disclaimer. I don't know, maybe I didn't say that it was a disclaimer, but if I haven't said it was a disclaimer, then now I say that it's a bit of a disclaimer. So yeah, there's that. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. It's not a TED Talk, but you know, that's the joke. Oh well. I think that's it for today. Is there anything that I have missed or that I would like to talk about? I don't think so. We'll see when the next video pops up. Maybe sooner, maybe later. But most likely it will pop up. Well, it absolutely will. I'm pretty sure of it. Until then, I wish you nothing but the best. If you choose to unsubscribe, thank you for staying as long as you did. I really, really wish you the best. Take care. And thanks for watching.